Hi, my name is Tobias, and today I will be reviewing Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So I'm back outside and I'm enjoying the Norwegian spring. It's still quite a bit fresh. So I really envy every one of you who's living in California or Florida for that matter, or Australia. Today I will be talking about the famous book by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So if you have never heard of that book, I assume there are still some people out there. What do you need to know? Well, essentially it is the story of the author himself, apparently, talking about his two dads, his actual real dad, who was a teacher and later a professor, and his rich dad, which is a successful businessman in Hawaii. Now we're getting some company. Hi, hi. The book is for people who want to know how to think and grow rich. Oh, sorry, that's a different title. I mean, how to think like rich people do. I actually felt quite inspired. For me, it was a perfect read at the time. I read it like 3 years ago. I had just moved to Norway again and started working freelance. And part of the book really goes about your mentality and what to think and how to think strategic and how to think big. And that part was really, really good. So I have recommended the book to friends and family and other people, but actually come to think about it after finishing the book, there's incredibly little you can actually learn from it, like down to earth, hands-on stuff that you can apply. The entire book is really more like a metaphor or like a whole picture, like a nice story about how to think and how to get out of the small mindset, or what he calls get out of the rat race. Apparently Robert Kiyosaki has also authored a board game, like actual game you can play on a board on a table like this, about how to leave the rat race. And that leads me a little bit to the controversy around this book, and I feel I have to include that in this review. Over the years, people have been trying to find out who that rich dad actually is. And apparently there is nobody to be found on the island of Hawaii, in that city and from that time, who owned all those companies that Robert is speaking about. And in fact, there is another success and business coach out there called Keith Cunningham, who claims he knew Robert Kiyosaki in the 80s when he was broke. And basically the rich dad is a fake person who has never existed. In reality, it is just like the knowledge that Robert and his wife gained from people like this Keith Cunningham. The book makes it look like it's real. And as far as I know, Robert Kiyosaki has never said it's not true and has never said it's true. He is more like in a position of in the middle, saying it is a good story and you need to learn for yourself. And it doesn't really matter if Rich Dad actually existed or not. Which is, I don't know. You can think of that what you want to think of that. That is really what it comes down to with Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Even after all these years, that it kind of really doesn't matter if it's real or not. And actually the quality of the content, it's like I said, it's not really like hands-on. You don't really learn something that you can apply right now, like a strategy or anything. So take it as an inspirational book, and I really recommend it as such. But don't take it as a school textbook where you actually learn real down-to-earth stuff. I guess for that you would have to sign up for a seminar from Robert Kiyosaki and give him a little bit more of your money. Okay, that one was a little bit harsh maybe. What about you? Have you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Or if you haven't, will you read it now? Like I said, I recommend it. Please leave a comment under this video here. I would love to hear from you what you found helpful out of this book. What is your favorite example of what he speaks about? What is your favorite chapter maybe? And if you are somebody who really has a success story with or through Rich Dad, Poor Dad, So maybe you have had a business and you have made it really big and that book was instrumental. Please let me know. If this book really helped you, I would love to hear from you.